Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Adam with ND72. So today we're out in our little side yard area where some of the cars go to just sit for a little bit, which is a little bit bad on me and, well, mainly just bad on me. So today we're going to bring back one of the cars that a lot of you guys people have been asking about, my E55. Bam! So, I recently stopped driving the car mainly because I had a voltage issue, which tons of people do have, where the alternator goes out. So I went through about 2 alternators since I owned this car. I did like a cheap AutoZone one, and then I did the FCP Euro Bosch one now, but they're going out pretty quickly. But I wanted to try something else that I can show you a video of how to do the alternator very easy, but I want to show you a cheaper alternative because I think those Bosch alternators are like $500 now, but I have another way to get it hopefully fixed. I ordered some more parts from FCP Euro, and I'll show you them in a little bit, but let's pull this bad girl in. She's definitely going to need a good cleaning. Look, it's just been sitting there covering all this crap just from being under the trees. Look at all this crap is all. No, you're going to need a nice little wash afterwards too, but let's go see if the car will fire up. The battery is not unplugged. Oop, I can hear beeping, so that's a good sign. Let's try to fire this bad girl up and see if I have enough juice to get into the garage. Okay, so right now the car is showing 11.5 volts. I'm pretty sure it's not charging at all. Yep, we're at 11.5 with the car running. We'll give it a little gas. So it's not fully dropping, but we should be good to get it in the garage at 11.5. But this really should be like 13, 14. So after we change out this part, let's see what it does. Let's also try to maybe we'll try this in the garage. We'll try some other fun stuff. So the car is staying at 11.5. Let's turn some accessories on. Got radio. Let's get some headlights. Watch that bad girl drop. Okay, yeah, no, I probably got a few bulbs out. Quite a bit of bulbs. It's not really dropping as fast as I thought it would, but no matter what, we have a problem. So let's stop messing around and kill that battery. So shut everything down, shut the car off, and pop my hood. I know I got it around here somewhere. Let's go look under the car. And my dirty, bam! Look at this gorgeous. So what we're going to be doing today is getting this bad girl back on the road. So we're going to try to go everything that might have been bad ever since I had it on the road, and we'll go off all the good. Okay, so what we got here is my 2003 E55 AMG. So just a recap in case some of you guys don't really know that much about the car. I got top mount VTech intercoolers, which are effing amazing. We'll probably do some pulls in this video, I'll show you. One of the mods I really like the most, so let me give a little bit. It's a top mount intercooling system from VTech, the same guy who tunes all my cars. What they do is, as you can see, you get your top mounts that are modified to your factory surge tanks, and then you also get your hollowed out intercooler and all that stuff. I made a video about it. Super cool system. And then it's got pretty a mild pulley setup. It's got a 77mm fixed top and a 168 bottom. So the top pulley is from, I think it's like UDP. I buy a lot of pulleys from F&M. And then the bottom pulley is the VTech modular pulley that they make. I just have like the smallest pulley you can fit on the bottom, which is a 168. And then we have a few just upgraded pulleys in there just from FabTech. And then also for cooling system, what we have is we have a front mount FabTech and then a top mount secondary intercooler. Then we have the big tank on the back, split cooling system, twin pump setup. So we got a lot of cooling on this bad girl. And then the other part of power, we have long tube headers, stock exhaust, 92mm Hellcat VRP throttle body. And I think that's basically it that I really have for performance. So performance, we got stacked pulleys, throttle body, headers, and then we have a buttload of cooling. Now this car needs a tune-up. We'll be doing a tune-up eventually pretty soon. I got to order some more parts for that. This car does need some stuff. But today what we're going to tackle to make it drivable, because right now it is not drivable, only at 11.5 volts, and it does slowly drop. Now this is kind of a common issue on all the M113K stuff, and especially when you add headers, you kind of add too much heat over there. So you do just start going through alternators. It is just a maintenance item on these, so it is good if you go to FCP and you buy their Bosch one. Every time it breaks, you just exchange it and you get a new one. Teeny disadvantage to that. First of all, you got to ship it back. And it's an inconvenience to pull it out. The other option is you could go to like Advanced Auto Parts or Napa or whatever and buy one from them with a lifetime warranty. I've tried that too. So the pros of the FCP Euro is you get a Bosch one. The Bosch ones last, just say like a year and a half is the average for me. The ones from AutoZone, 6 months, maybe, but they're cheaper and they're more convenient. Each of them will have lifetime warranty, but with the AutoZone one, literally, you call them up, they'll have it in there like with 2 or 3 days, and then you can pull it out of home, walk over there and get it. FCP Euro, you got to order it. That's a lot longer downtime, but what we're going to be doing today is something I think will be even quicker to do. Quicker. Also lifetime warranty at all these places, but it'll limit the amount of labor you have to do, and that is right here, a Bosch brand new voltage regulator. Usually this is what goes bad on them unless I completely just destroyed my alternator, but I'm hoping. And these are so much effing cheaper. So these are roughly, even from FCP Euro, they're like $40. And then so to get this overnighted is very cheap and easy. And also other places have these in stock too. So now you might be saying, oh no, you just said that you didn't want to do a whole turnaround and this and that. First of all, shipping back an alternator costs a lot of money. Not a lot of money, but a lot more than this. This is like $7 to ship back to FCP Euro. Plus, the labor on this is so much easier. Today we're going to be showing you 2 ways to do it. And when you have to buy this from FCP Euro and overnight it, it's usually like $10 to overnight this, where an alternator overnight costs a lot more money. So literally, I could have my car break, hopefully not in another 2 years, but if it does go down in another 2 years, I call up FCP Euro, I have them overnight me this piece, which would be inexpensive, and then I can just send it right back free of charge. You do pay for shipping sometimes. So today we're going to be throwing this in. Should be a simple, easy install, and I'll show you some cool stuff with it, like after we'll take the car around. Now, talking about the install, what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be ripping out the whole alternator, just because I want to show you how to install this, and I don't think I could get a good angle in the car. So I'm going to pull the whole alternator out today. We're going to briefly go over how to do that. But once I pull it out and I have it on the table, you should be able to change this in the car. From what I'm being told, we'll see about that. But on the table, you'll see exactly what bolts and everything you have to do, so you can put your hands in there and knock it out. But let's get started knocking out this car and get working on it. Okay, so we're going to go over this pretty quickly just because I've done a few alternator videos before. But first we need to take off this whole shielding area. So you have a few 10 mils on mine. Your might be inverted Torx. Take all that off. Take the hood shock stuff off. And then you can get access to your radiator. Also make sure you take these little pin things out. Pop them out and you'll be good. Next thing, start removing your belts, your supercharger, and your main belt. They're going to be a series of 17s. Take your tensioner away, get the belts out of there. Next, you got to remove your radiator. You got 2 clips. Take those out. Then make sure you undo your harness to your radiator. Very simple. I'm going to disconnect my hoses because to take these radiators out really suck. So I'm going to pop out 1 or 2 of my hoses. I'm going to dump coolant and fluid all over the place. But it's just going to happen. Also what I'm going to do is open up my cap. That way I don't forget to add fluid. So we'll pop those up. To remove these, I got a teeny little clip. Just do that for the hoses. Don't lose them. Now I'm going to let that drain and then wiggle my fan out and take my belts off the rest of the way. Alright, now that I got all my rigmarole off in its glory, next I got to take my double idler off to get to some bolts for the alternator and to get the belts out. So mine's just an 8 Allen because I have the tensioner belt wrap kit. So I'm just going to take my double idler, my whole thing out, just to get more access and get it out of the way. If you have a factory one, it's definitely going to look different, but mine is just the 8. Okay, so now you got your double idler out of the way, look at all that access. You have a bolt right here, which is a E14, and then another one. Let's see if I can zoom in. It's hard to see, like, doing it right. You see it? Right there, another E14. That's what's going to be holding the alternator off. Now, you're also going to have a few things in the back, but I'm going to break those loose, and then we're going to put the car up in the air and go under there. Okay, so as you can see, there's the alternator. Right there. So we need to get to this plug right here, and then there's a nut right over, I don't know if you can even see, right where my finger thingy is, right up there. So you see, I can get my hand in there and do a lot of work over here. I just can't get the effing camera in there. So that's why we're pulling out the alternator, and I'll show you everything on that. All right, we got the alternator out. It's pretty easy. It's going to pull it literally from the top, and you got enough room. So now we got the alternator out. The piece we're going to get at is right here is the voltage regulator. So this is the new one, and this is the old one we got to rip apart. So we're going to start taking that down. Okay, so it looks pretty straightforward. So to take it off, my theory is this is the nut that was holding the originally we had to do at the bottom. So you're 100% taking that bagger off. Well, don't drop it. And then it looks like we got to take that nut off, and that screw, and then this top piece should come off. This should be a 13 deep, that's a 15, and then that's just a Phillips screwdriver. So we're going to knock that out now. Just go slow with this stuff. Don't break it because you're trying to reuse the alternator, so. There's a screw. Whoops. This is going to be the 13. Yours will be a lot tighter. I've already tested to take this out. So I know I had the right tools because camera. And then right here. And then slowly lift up. Put that to the side because you don't want to lose anything. And then you got everything into here. And geez, I'm not sure if these are supposed to be melted. This might be a fried alternator. Well, poop. We're going to try it anyways, but that looks a little bit cooked. I'm not sure. Someone in the comments tell me if that's supposed to be cooked or not, but maybe, maybe not. I wish I had another alternator to pull apart and look at. But we're still going to do this anyways because I have it right here. So, other thing to make sure is you got the right plug for the new one. And then it looks like it's going to be 3 screws you got to take out. And if I recall, it's going to be a little bit springy. I need my magnet. Bink. There we go. So those screws are 3 different sizes, so make sure you put them back in the same way. And that is your voltage regulator. So here's a new Bosch one compared to the old one. Definitely has some weird signs on it. So we're going to put this right back in. Same way we took it out. And then just literally do a reverse order. Now I'm a little concerned about these little melting look issues. Hoping those won't affect the alternator. But if they do, I need a new effing alternator, or I just need this new back piece, which I might be able to get that off a different alternator I got. Okay, now time for the moment of truth. I got a lot of things still off because I just want to test it before I put all the hoses and everything back on. Okay, that's fine. It should shoot up to 14 something. Alright, yeah, I got faults. Yeah, I know that. Come on. Alright, that didn't look good? Nah. F my life. So it was all that stuff that looked burnt. Because this 100% turning stuff on, yeah, now I got all these lights out. I hate it keeps doing that. Yeah. It's not charging it. Alright, let's kill it down and now get an alternator. So, unfortunately, the voltage regulator did not work for my situation because internally my thing was melted. So you know what I got here? Within 15, probably 30 minutes, I got an alternator sent to me from AutoZone, or Advanced Auto Parts. It cost me like $250, but DoorDash brought it to me, and it wasn't that inconvenient to get. So now we're going to throw this bad girl in there, and that should fix our problem. Okay, so now we got the new alternator in. I don't have hoses or nothing on, so we're just going to make sure I can fire it up and make sure it charges just like we did before. So we're going to verify nothing's in the way, and well, hopefully that worked. Okay, round, I don't know, 3. Okay, I don't care about you. Oh yeah, 13.8. Mint. Let's try to put a load on this bad girl. Okay, I have a shit little light. I got too many warnings. Come on, man. Back it up. All right. Nice. All right, let's put everything back on. So, yeah, that worked. Now I'm going to put all these hoses and all that crap back on, and then we'll let the car fire up for a little bit, run for a little bit. I'll check the belts, check all that stuff. I got to bleed the coolant. I got to do a few things. Then we go to making it look a lot nicer and go for test drives. As you can see, my E55 is pretty dirty. So we're going to give her a good old wash before we take her for a test drive, just because I got all this, all this crap. So we'll spray it all down, get her all nice looking good. So I got my helmet on so I can wash it so you can see how I'm doing it with Atom Vision. I don't know how cool it's going to look. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but we're going to try it out. Let's get ready with some Atom Vision. All right, the car's looking pretty good. One other thing I did, if you could tell, I pulled this whole spoiler off, retaped it, and kind of recoated it, so it's looking a lot better, but let's go for a test drive. Okay, so we're in the E55. We're going to take it for a test drive. We're going to kind of look at, I got my Dash Pro little gauger on. We're going to just pull some little bit of data on the car and just look at the voltage, make sure nothing crazy happens. Right now, we're like 13.4, so that's still pretty good. We'll drive it around a little bit, just make sure nothing pops off, nothing crazy, and nothing else breaks. Hey guys, do you own a SLK32, an SL55, or E55, and you're in a hot as heck climate, like here in sunny Florida where it's 105 effing degrees most of the time, and where you want to have some lower air intake temps, then I got the product for you. What we got behind this fancy bumper is a force induction intercooler system. Now what that means is I got an actual system over here that's running my coolant, water, boom, 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 through a system that uses the AC to cool it down and make it ice cold. Brr, let's look at some temps. So in comparison, we got my SL55 AMG bad girl right over here. Now what this car has done to it, just mod related, are carefully tuned 92mm throttle body and some fancy leads, wings, ported surge tanks and crossover pipes. And let's go look at those temps. All this has for cooling is a split cooling system and a teeny little reservoir. Let's see what those temps are. Look right there, this bad girl, you have 122 Fahrenheit air intake temperatures. It is 101 degrees out right now, and this one is pushing out 20 degrees above ambient. That is not bad, that's not good. Usually a car that we just ran around is gonna be steady at 120 degrees over. Now let's go look at the intercooler system from Force Induction. Now in the Force Induction intercooler system, the mods are stacked pulley, 65mm, 178, some crossovers, long tube headers, a lot more go fast, a lot more power mods. Let's see what these temps are. I got a sneaky suspicion they're gonna be a little bit lower. Now let's look at those temps. That is 45 degrees. You hear me? 45 degrees air intake temp when it is well over an effing 100 degrees out here in sunny Florida. That is astronomically good. And all these cars are just sitting out here heating up in nice Florida sun. So as you can see there's a huge huge difference on a daily driven car that we just drove around. Both these cars came back, parked them. There's a huge difference. Now, I'm not saying it's cold outside at all. It is over 100. This SL55 is 20 degrees above ambient, which is kind of normal. And then the SLK with the forced induction interchiller system is way below ambient. And where that helps you out is if your ambient temperatures, or if your starting temperatures are way below ambient, that means when you do the pool, it will still climb up maybe 60 or 70, but you're starting from so much lower. So this kit is working great, and this is only the stage 1 kit. They make a stage 2 that is even better. So if you have an E55, SL55, SLK32, C32, the list goes on. They have kits out there for you. You could use universal kits on any car that has a liquid air intercooler system, or they have a couple pre-built kits for Trackhawks, for Hellcats, for some SLA stuff. Tons of stuff out there. And if you want to save some cash on those, you go down there and put a coupon code ND72. That'll save you some cash. You wondering if that thing helps you out, helps me out? It does. So anyone who's watching this video, please make sure you go and use my coupon code if you're going to purchase their products. So far, I love my product. And now that we told you a little about the product, let's get back to the video. All right, so we've been driving the car around. So far, we're staying good. Pretty good voltage. Nothing really wrong with it. So we're going to do a nice little pull out of here. And we'll just do a little bit of data logging. I got the logger all set up there. We'll do a nice pull. We're going to head to Mexico and just see if anything really, does anything. Okay, so we did the pull. We did run really lean there for a second. I think I know why. We're looking over the data. Let's just hit play. And as you can see, we're doing a pull. We're only hitting 10 PSI of boost. Our temps are more or less okay, so I don't think it's dumping the boost. I think we have a big boost leak. All right, so looking over, I don't really see anything crazy with the belt. I don't think it's slipping. I think we do have a boost leak, so what I got here is some just brake clean. We're just gonna spray it around and see if it idles higher up or anything crazy, just because things happen. Oh, hold on. Oh, I thought I heard something. Thought I heard something there. Wait. So you hear the motor go in and out. I definitely got a boost leak somewhere. So we got the E55 kind of back. So this is 100% drivable. I drove it to Publix, I drove it to Walmart, I drove it all around town. The alternator is definitely charging now, so somehow I melted mine, which it just is, it happens. But now we are dealing with the boost leak issue. So we did the pull, it felt really fast, but it wouldn't go over 10 PSI. And with this pulley setup, it should be 16, 17. So I did the quick spray of brake clean. I clearly have some issue back here. So what we'll be doing next, probably not, 90% sure, not today in this video. I'll be going to get my smoke machine and all that stuff, and we'll smoke it, and then in that video, we'll kind of fix it all and get it ready to race and all that stuff. Because it still needs to tweak a little bit, but super happy with the car. There'll be a lot more with the E55 coming up. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys click like and subscribe, all that other stuff. And if you want me to do any more the common repairs on these cars, hit me up. I have a crap load of the M11 3Ks and M11 2Ks, but this car will be back on the road, will be fast and fun and all this stuff. We'll be taking to the track, doing 6130 times, and adding some more Go Fun Fast parts to this car to make it even further in the platform. But hopefully you guys like it, and I'll catch you guys later.